Hey guys, hello, hello, hello. Hey Jaylee, I already see your email there. I see your question there. Hold on one second. I want to paste something into the chat. Do me a favor, guys, as you guys are coming in, let me know where you are watching from, what city and state you're watching from. While you're doing that, I just need to do something really quickly in the chat from my phone. I want to pin, I'm doing a study session on March 7th, which is next weekend. So I want to make sure I post that link and pin it. I'm going to have to pin it on YouTube here. And I do see your questions, Jaylee. I got you. 1 second. I'm going to answer it in just 1 second. Hold on. Let me pin this. Let's see. Only thing about pinning a link. Okay, there we go. Pin message. And then let me see if I can pin it on Facebook as well. But do me a favor, guys, as you're coming in, just let me know where you are watching from. And let me see if I can pin it on Facebook too. I was just able to pin it on YouTube. Let's see. I already put the comment there. Let's see if it'll let me pin it. Only thing about pinning a link, it always makes you click on it. Did I pin it? Let's see. Okay, I pinned it. Okay, good. All right. So welcome, guys. Those of you that's already in here, I see Waco, Texas. Okay, hello, Brittany. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Joanne from Maryland. All right, let me go back up. So let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Let me know before I even get into you guys that for anybody that's studying for certification, remember I do have, you have my channel, you have my free videos on YouTube, but then I also have the MA refresher course at marefreshercourse.com. If you're studying for a clinical exam like the CCMA, the RMA, the CMA, AMA, then you would get the clinical course. If you are taking an administrative course, then you would get the administrative one. Okay, so you don't need both. No matter what test you're taking, you don't need both. You either need the clinical, which has both clinical and administrative, or you need the administrative one, but do not buy both, okay? Also, for those of you that are interested in starting a business using your clinical skills, I have an ebook. You can see that link there as well, okay? So I wanted to go live to see if you guys had any questions, and I also wanted to let you guys know about the study and tutoring session that I have on March 7th. I've done these before. I haven't done one in a while. Several of you guys have asked me, when are you going to do another study session? I was in a process of moving. I finally moved. I'm settled now. Well, I'm not all the way settled, but I'm pretty much settled. I got all my things here now. So I'm going to start back doing these sessions. I'm going to try to do it at least once a month because I do get a lot of you guys asking. So for those of you that are interested in the study session, it's going to be via Zoom next Saturday, March 7th. And this is for anybody that's preparing for certification or you just need help in your studies. Maybe you need me to look at your resume and cover letter. You just need some encouragement. This is for you. So it's 2 hours. You have me up until 1 p.m. And, it's just for whatever you guys want to come on for. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that. Now let's get into these questions. Jaylee said, I was wondering what advice you would have when doing a blood draw on a small child for keeping them calm and such. So, Jaylee, I will say that injections or drawing blood, you're really going to have to rely on the parents. So one thing I usually do, I always talk to the parents before I start, because I had a situation years and years ago where I was given an injection to it was a 1-year-old. And right after I injected the needle into her thigh, she smacked the needle and it ended up sticking me. And that's because her mother didn't have her, she wasn't holding her tight enough. So one of the things I always stress to the parent, first of all, is, I really need your help. You sure you got it? And then I usually get help from a coworker. You won't always be able to get help from a coworker because they may be busy as well. But I always start with the parent first. And then you want to just kind of talk and play with the child. So I always say, if you work in pediatrics, you want to be playful. you want to be, you want them to trust you, so don't ever say it's not going to hurt. Just tell them it's going to be quickly, but you just want to be playful and even kind of involve them, like even kind of let them be involved, like which arm do you want to do, or whatever. Just kind of make them think that they have a choice in a decision in a matter. If you're doing a little a toddler and you have to do their finger, which finger do you want me to do? Just kind of involve them in the decision making. That usually helps with small kids, but definitely starting with the parents, being playful, having a sticker for them, showing them what they're going to get once they're finished. You always want to have some type of prize for the child, and that's going to also help them keep calm as well. So hopefully that helped. Let me know, Jaylee, if that helped. From Maryland, my test is tomorrow and I'm so nervous. That is common to be nervous. It is okay, but just remember, when you're going through your test, make sure you flag in those hard questions. Any question that you have to spend time on, you want to flag them and come back to them later, Joanne, okay? Use your process of elimination, eliminate questions, answers that is not the correct answer, and then work your way, to the correct answer. You want to come down to at least 2 answers left, and then you can kind of work your way to the right answer from there. I see Georgetown, South Carolina. You're welcome. Is that Sadie Alex? Thank you for all your help and support. I passed my CMA. Congratulations. Last month on the 15th in North Carolina from watching your videos. Congratulations. And I do want to mention, so for those of you that are taking certification, I do see some questions sometimes that says, is your videos enough? And honestly, sometimes, yes, some people, they do. They pass just from watching my videos, and that's what made me actually create the MA refresher course, because people were passing from my videos, but I wanted to have something to where it was a refresher for anybody who went through school, but they needed the information in a more, in a more simple way, or somebody that has been out of school for a long time and they need to get refreshed, or even somebody that is working in the field already, but they never went to school for medicine. Because there's a lot of people who do the type of work we do, but never went to school. So it's also for them too. So thank you for sharing that, Sadie Alex. I see New York. You're welcome. I think that's Fatil Kotri. I'm sorry. I don't want to mispronounce your name. So I'm going to just go by the numbers on your name, 9736. Hey, Madeline. Miss K, I've watched your videos. I'm so glad to watch you live. I'm glad to have you here. I take my test next Friday. So just the same thing I just said to Joanne, who's taking her test tomorrow, the same goes for you, Madeline. Congratulations, Metamorphosis Era. Destiny from Louisiana, your test is tomorrow. So everybody that's about to take their test, the same goes for all of you. You're welcome, Joanne. Everything that I mentioned to Joanne just a minute ago, the same goes for you as well. And congratulations to everybody that have recently taken their test. Andrea says, thank you. Hello, Miss K. Wanted to thank you once again for your study format. It really helped me study. Took my test. Congratulations, 422. You're welcome. Kiana says, I passed from watching your videos. Congratulations. Thank y'all. I love when y'all share this. You know why I love it? Because it reminds me that what I'm doing matters. I like to make a difference. Somebody asked me, so I have a different role in my job right now. I do prior authorizations. And somebody asked me, do you like your job, or do you just like that you're remote? I said, I really love my job. You know why? Because I like making a difference. I like to know, like, I like to see the difference that I'm making. So when you guys let me know that the channel is helping and my course is helping, is letting me know that what I'm doing is making a difference. So thank you guys so much. I know you thank me, but I thank you guys too for sharing, because I like to know that I'm making a difference. And that's one thing I love about my job too, is that I love that I'm helping patients get their medications. Like I'm working on prior authorizations, which may not seem like a big thing, but when I talk to a patient and I call them and let them know that their medication was approved, I feel good to let them know, that. So let's see. Sandy says, I'm studying to take my test. Is there a specific set of videos to watch? I see the practice test. We're looking for other phlebotomy EKG. So Sandy, it depends on which test you're taking. Can you let me know in the comments? I will say, Oh, you know what I'm guessing is the MA certification. So you're going to watch, it may still, I think I changed the name of it because it used to be called CCMA playlist, but it's the playlist that says medical assistant certification. So it's those videos, and you can start, it kind of depends on when you're taking your test, when you should start. If your test is very soon, like meaning you're taking it within the next couple weeks, within the next week or so, or the next few days, I would say start with the open-ended videos, focus on those. But if you have some time and you're like, I just want to get ready, I got some time, just start from video one. It's a whole playlist. They're all, even though they're older, they're a couple years old, it's still very relevant. The information doesn't change. So I want you to just start from video one. If you're taking it very soon, just watch the open-ended questions. But it's the medical assistant certification. It may say exam practice study, exam practice playlist, I think. The best book to order for RMA studying is going to be, honestly, it's going to be my study guide. It's not a book, it's an actual online course. It is here, so I'll just kind of show you guys how it looks. So when you go into the refresher course, there's video lessons that I teach there, and then there's a quiz after each lesson in your hand. Like you don't want to do the online thing, like you want it on paper. Then you might want to go on Amazon and you can look up medical assistant certification books and just look at the reviews. Just look at and make sure they're like recent reviews and verify purchase reviews. So there's just a couple options for you, Keandra. You can get my online refresher course, or you can go on Amazon and look up an actual book and then look at the reviews. Metamorphosis says, I have an interview tomorrow. Any tips? So I have an interview playlist with some tips on their Metamorphosis, but I will just say, just be able to, first of all, be on time, be a little early. It's always better to get there early and kind of have to wait a little bit. Like get there early and wait for them versus trying to rush. So get there early. Make sure you're dressed professionally. Don't go in scrubs unless they specifically told you to. I know a lot of people, they always ask, should I go to my interview in scrubs? I always say no, unless they tell you to come in scrubs. Now, in my previous role, we did have MAs come in for interviews in their scrubs because we would have them shadow. So if you are going to interview at a place that says, hey, we want you to wear scrubs because we're going to do a working interview, or we're going to have you shadow, then that's perfectly fine. But if you're ever unsure, just dress professionally. Be prepared to answer, why should we hire you? Be prepared to answer, tell me about yourself. And be prepared to answer, your strengths and weaknesses, and just be confident. And when you go in there, smile, shake their hand, have some copies of your resume if you don't already have it printed out, and just be confident. I would say interviews that I've gone to where I was confident, I pretty much always got the job. And the reason why I was confident was because I kind of starting out in the beginning, the confidence was kind of like fake it till you make it. Like I had to kind of tell myself, okay, you got this, but then after a while you become confident in your experience and your abilities, So and there's many more interviews tips, but just make sure you check out that playlist. Let's see. I'll see tomorrow. I'm a little worried about manual BP measurement. I have a video on the channel. Make sure you check that out. It says I'm not sure what that RC is. I'm assuming it stands for something clinical. Is it a clinical exam? OS clinical exam? But check out my manual blood pressure video. I understand because that was one of the things that I struggled with the most when I was in school. So check out my manual blood pressure video. It's on the channel. If you go to my channel and you filter the videos, you'll see popular, oldest. Hit on the popular tab, and it's my #1 video on the channel. Okay, Sandy. So CCMA. So I can't remember what your question was. Let me go back up. Oh, with the videos. Yeah. So it still staying, Sandy. So you're taking your test in May. Perfect. You have plenty of time. So I was just starting video 1. and just go through it when you have time to take notes. Because as you're going through it, you're definitely going to want to take notes. Montrene says, can you leave this live up? Absolutely. Yep. I'm going to leave it up. Now, Montrene, you're watching on Facebook. So I will say, Facebook does not keep the live up anymore. After 30 days, it goes away. So if you need it after 30 days, you're going to have to go on YouTube. If you're not following me on YouTube yet, just make sure you subscribe on YouTube. So, but yeah, otherwise I do keep it up until Facebook removes it after 30 days. Hey, honestly, best of luck to everyone on their journey. Honestly is my moderator, my live chat moderator. Let me know if you guys can hear me if I go out at all. I did just move and the service is not so great here. So if I happen to go out at all, just let me know, because my screen did just blink. So let me know if you have any issues hearing me or seeing my screen. Yep, Pretty says I went in scrubs and got hired next 3 days. So yeah, there are exceptions to the rules. So some people, they do go in scrubs and they have good experiences. So I will never say never. But I always just say, when you're not sure, just to go professionally, because I know several people who went in scrubs and the manager just said, why would, you should have dressed professionally. Like one person shared in the group, because we talk about this in my Facebook group. One person said the manager said, like, what will make you think that was okay? So you always, because you got to think about it, guys. Every job that, even if you wear uniforms or scrubs or whatever, even if you think about like, a UPS driver, they're going to go in the interview, even though they wear UPS uniforms at work, they're going to have to show up in professional attire. Construction workers, they're not going to show up in their overalls to the interview to get the job, right? You work at Target, you're not going to show up in the red shirt and khaki pants. You're going to show up in professional clothes. So even though a job does wear uniforms, because that's usually people argument, if I'm going to be working in scrubs, I may as well go to the interview in scrubs. If you are not sure, always be professional. The rule has always been professional attire. Even if you don't have a suit, you could wear a blazer. If you don't have a blazer, just wear a button-up. You can't go wrong wearing a button-up shirt. So I always say, if you're not sure, always be on the safe side. Follow the rule, because there are exceptions, but you may not be that exception. Let's see. Do you have a phone number where you can be reached? In case I need to ask you a question. So I don't have a direct number, but if you do, for those of you that want to schedule a 15-minute phone call, that link is under the video. I used to do phone calls like when I first started my YouTube channel, but it became too much because so many of you guys have questions. So it is a lot, but you can email me a question if you want. I'll put my email, and that's easier to email me a question, because I don't give my number out, but I do 15-minute phone calls. I didn't pass my exam for CCMA. I made a 382. What should I do to pass next month? So the good thing is that you got close. So for those of you that didn't pass, but you got close, I actually like the fact that you got close, because at least that means that you know the information. You just fell short somewhere. So all you need to do is just look at your score report. When you got your score, it's a report attached to it, and look at the areas where you fell short. So if like medical terminology, EKG, phlebotomy, whatever area that was where you fell below the passing standard, all you have to do is just go back to your study material and go double down on studying those areas. Try not to focus so much on your strong areas, because you're good there, but focus on those areas where you struggle most. And then also, just to remind you guys, I am doing a study session next Saturday. So if you want to sign up for my study session, if any of you guys need to take your test again and you need a study session, you can always sign up there. The link is pinned on both YouTube and Facebook. The study session is next Saturday. It's going to be at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's not recorded. So just make sure if you sign up, you're able to come live, because it's not recorded. We start at 11 and up until 1 o'clock. Usually, some people, they don't need me that long, but some people have. Sometimes we've gone to 1:30. So it just kind of depends on what you need when you sign up. So that's always an option as well. All right, let's see what else we got here. Take a few more questions. I didn't realize how tired I was until I. You're welcome, Montrene. Coming from corporate. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back up. Let me scroll to this. Coming from corporate hairstyling, the entrepreneurial side, you have any resume input? Oh, that's a good question. I would honestly, customer service, I would say, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm such chat GPT, the exact same thing you asked me, like, how can I translate this on a resume from medical assist from hairstyling to medical assistant? I'm pretty sure they're going to have you touch on the customer service aspect of it. But I would ask chat GPT. And then I have a young lady in my group. Her name is Jasmine Coleman. She is the dang it, it's so many of them. It's the MA specialist. That's her name, the MA specialist, Jasmine Coleman, and she's really good with resumes. So I would check with her. She's like the resume guru. Now I can look at your resume and kind of give you some pointers, but as far as starting from scratch like that, like, she's your girl. But if you want to just kind of start something like right now, right away, just to kind of get an idea, I would ask ChatGPT that same question, and then utilize like a resume template, like on Google Drive or Microsoft, and then just input the information. Let's see. Lily says, I'm watching from North Carolina, currently taking an RMA class. Good luck with that at a local community college. Okay. You can always ask because I did and they were okay with it. But yes, professional is always. Yep, Stephanie, that's good. That's a good point. Thank you for sharing that. You can always ask. And I recommend you to ask because you never know. And she's referring to the interview. So when it comes to, you're scheduling your interview, you can always ask, what should I wear? Should I come in my scrubs? Because like I said, there are a lot of employers that are okay with it. You just, if you don't ask and you're not sure you want to dress professionally, but you can always definitely ask. Can you go over patient care coordination education? So that's kind of broad. So I won't be able to do that tonight, but let me see what if I have a video on that. I don't think I have any specific videos on that because patient care, that's so broad. I'm gonna tell you guys, any certification you're taking, any of the clinical certifications you're taking, that is the biggest portion of your test. So that's so broad. But for anybody that is going to be on the study session, that's joining the study session, there's a portion where you can put in the notes what you want to discuss. So if somebody signs up for that study session, they say, this is what I want to go over, then I can make sure that I have like a lesson on those topics ready, because that's a lot. It's so broad. It's so much under patient care and coordination and education, because the coordination and education kind of go together. Patient care is broad. It includes all of it, from like your vital signs to your assistant with procedures to injections. And then the coordination and education, that is your patient coaching, and that's going into like your active listening techniques and all of that. And so it's a lot under those topics. Let's see. Let's take a few more. Thank you, honestly. From above, what do you recommend? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Madeline. You said I missed your question. Thank you for asking it again. What do you recommend if you don't know the answer and you're trying to do process of elimination? So if you don't know the answer, so first of all, start with the questions. Start with the answers that you know it absolutely is not. There's always going to be some answer that you're going to be able to look at and say absolutely not. That's definitely not it. If you come across something where you still are like, I still don't get it. Honestly, Madeline, some questions you may be guessing on. You may have to make an educated guess. And that's why you want to start with the elimination, because you have a better chance of guessing the right answer if you do process of elimination. Now, and I'm just keeping it real, there will be some information on a test that you may see and you may be like, I never saw this before. So there are going to be some questions that you're literally guessing on. And that's where that elimination process of elimination comes from, because that's what's going to help you have a better chance of getting the right answer. Study sites for when I retake the CCMA. So good study insights. So one is marefreshercourse.com. That's a good study site for when you retake your CCMA, marefreshercourse.com. And then you can try, of course, YouTube, and then Quizlet. Quizlet has some free, I'm assuming you're meaning like free or reasonable. So yeah, marefreshercourse.com. You can try Quizlet, and then also, of course, YouTube. Smarter MA has a free version as well. So if you want to check them out, Smarter MA is also another site. Thank you, Michael. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen. Thank you so much for my super sticker, Michael. Michael sent me a super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of your support, guys. Thank you so much. Honestly, congratulating me on moving. So for those of you that don't know, I just relocated from DC to Georgia. Literally, we've been here 12 days now. We moved here on the actually, wait a minute. Yeah, 12 days now. So I am officially a Georgia resident now. But I was born and raised in DC, never lived anywhere else, and we up and left and moved down here the other day. So thank you, honestly, for that. And thank you for everybody's support. Somebody bought me something off my housewarming list. I don't know who. It was Mendoza. Last name was Mendoza. Obviously, she follows me on YouTube or Facebook, because she said, thank you for helping me pass my CCMA on the note. So I don't know if she's watching. If you are watching, thank you so much for buying something off my housewarming list on Amazon. Thank you. Do you offer BLS and CPR recertification? Yes, good question. Let me put that on the screen too, because I'm glad you asked me this, because I'm going to start this back up. But it's going to be virtual. So for anybody that is certified in BLS, I'm about to start this back up again. However, it's only going to be virtual, and it's only going to be for people who already are certified and just need to get recertified, because I had people come to me, they never got certified before. There's no way I can do it virtually if you've never taken a test. If you've never taken a course. However, if you just need recertification, then yes, I can do that for you. I will be starting that back up soon. And so I'm glad you asked that, Michaela. I'm having a hard time finding an actual MA certification playlist. So if you go, Sandy, if you go to YouTube, right, go to my page, go to view channel, and then if you click on playlists, just scroll through the playlist, you'll see all my playlists, and it's going to say, you can't miss it. It's going to say exam study or exam practice. So let me know if that helps. But Sandy, just go to my channel, go to, when you go to YouTube, click on view channel, and then click on playlist. And when you scroll through, you're going to see MA certification playlist. Tori says, will this live be on YouTube? Yep, it's going to be on YouTube. It is, it stays on YouTube. So Facebook is only going to keep it up for 30 days. And then the YouTube, they keep it up indefinitely. Any new CCMA videos coming up? Yep. I just did a one recently, Tori, maybe like a couple weeks ago. So make sure you check that out if you're looking for a newer video. But yeah, I have more coming up. I just moved and I'm getting settled now, so I will be doing more CCMA videos. Something else I was going to say too. I did mention the study session. So I'm going to get off here in a few minutes, guys, but I just wanted to one more time remind you guys of the study session that's coming up on March 7th. The link is linked under the comment section. It is pinned. So make sure you guys sign up. And then also for those of you that need extra study in addition to my videos, marefreshercourse.com is my study guide. All right, guys, I'm going to wait a couple seconds, see if I'm ready. And there's an option now. YouTube has an option to hype the video. So if you see that option on YouTube, make sure you hit that button to hype the video. She said, I see where it says created playlist. So you might, are you on your channel? You make sure you go to my channel, Medical Assistant with Miss K. Medical Assisting with Miss K. And then click on View Channel. And then playlist. Let me know if that helps. And I'll give it a few more. I'll stay live a few more moments, Sandy, so I can help you find it. I got a 380 my last exam and all that, and I need all the help I can get. Yep, I definitely got more videos coming up, and I have a study session coming up next Saturday on the 7th if you want to join. But those of you that's getting close, I mean, it means that you know the information. You just need to look at your score report and see where you fell short. Okay, she said but I don't see view. Okay, let me see. Let me go to YouTube from my phone really quickly. Are you going from your phone? Are you going there from your phone, Sandy? Let me see. I'm on YouTube right now. It says playlist. Yeah, you should be able to see it because you said you see it, but you don't see view. I think it seemed like you might be on your playlist on your YouTube. I'm not sure. Let me share my let me see. Let me share my screen. Let me share my YouTube screen and see. Sandy, are you on your phone or are you on computer? Let me know. Oh, TV, you on your TV. Oh. Okay, that view on the TV is definitely different. But let me show you. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. It's moving too slow. All righty. I'm not even going to be able to do it on the computer. It's going to be so much easier to find. The TV view is so much different. Once you find it on your phone or the computer, then maybe try to find it on your TV. Even when I am watching YouTube on TV, trying to find something, it's kind of difficult. So I would say try from your phone. Yeah. Oh, Lily says same place. Yeah, it's really different. Yeah, honestly says it's really different on the television. So yeah, Sandy, try. Okay, she said I'll try that. Yeah, try from your phone and then try from your computer. And then if that, either one of those, you're definitely going to be able to find it. But just go to View Channel, Playlist, and you will see the exam playlist. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. You guys have a good night, and I will see you very soon. For those of you that's joining the study session on the 7th, I'll see you then. I will have some live videos, more live videos coming up. Oh, and let me just put, for those of you that do want to, somebody from here, from either YouTube or Facebook did get something off my housewarming list. I'll leave that link below as well if anybody wants to grab something from that. My daughter and I, we're starting from scratch. So I'm going to leave that below as well. And you guys have a great night.